As soon as we're operating from fear and from lack, we're no longer seeing the amazing gifts of the present moment, like the simplicity and the beauty of what our life is right now, because we're so focused on what we don't have and getting that thing that we need and that we desperately want.
Hi, guys. We are your hosts, Lori.
And Shanice, certified spiritual life coaches, and we're so glad you're here. Welcome to the Unconscious Days series, a series here on Branching In, where we talk about unconscious days.
Yes, and we'd also love it if you take a moment to like and subscribe. It means a lot to us to have your support as we continue to spread more self-awareness. So, Shanice, this is part 7 of the Unconscious Days series. And today we're going to talk about manifesting consciously and unconsciously. So we're posing the question, are we manifesting our lives away?
Such a great question.
Yes, this is awesome. So let's start with, what is manifesting?
Yeah. So manifesting is not something we do occasionally. It's something we do constantly. Every thought, belief, emotion, and action contributes to the reality we experience. So in that sense, we're manifesting 24/7. The real question is whether we are doing it consciously or unconsciously.
Yeah, that is, this is so awesome to be talking about, because for me, Shanice, I didn't always really realize that I was manifesting 24/7. I have heard, manifesting, and I always kind of broke it down as like, okay, I'm going to go manifest now and go into my meditation and take this separate time to manifest.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to come back and live my life. And I have just these certain periods where I go and manifest things.
Yes.
And learning and actually like really just thinking about it and go, wait a minute. Yes, I'm manifesting all the time. Makes so much sense.
Yeah, I was under that impression too. And that's, I feel like that's taught a lot, or at least the way it's spoken about. It can be very confusing because people make it seem like it's something you do and then it's something you don't do. Yes. And so it's something you have to actively be doing. And it's almost like the way I've gotten it is like some form of ritual. You know that there's a beginning, there's a middle, and then there's an end. And then you kind of just go about the rest of your day. And that's what I thought manifesting was for a while when I even learned about manifesting, because that was not something that I grew up even hearing the word manifesting. So this was recent for me, something I learned about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming to the realization that no, it's not something we do and then we stop. We turn it on and then turn it off. No, that's not how manifesting works. We're doing it constantly from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, with every thought we have, with every emotion we feel, with every action we take. Anything that we put our attention and focus on is all contributing to the reality that we're experiencing. It's all manifesting, all of it.
All the time. Yes.
Yes.
And it's really good to know that,
Yeah.
because then you can really, if you're really, wanting to create change, the more awareness you have of this concept that, you're always manifesting. I mean, think about how many different things could change for you by knowing this. It's not just this separate act that you do on occasion.
Mhm.
It's literally your thoughts and your actions all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it made it simpler for me because as a former perfectionist, someone who's still working on that, right? It made me feel like I had to, if I was going to manifest correctly, I had to do it just right. Almost like when you're baking. You can't really mess up the measurements of how much butter or salt or eggs, or what's going to come out of the oven isn't going to be what you were hoping for, right? So it just, like, understanding that we're constantly manifesting really simplified things for me. And it's like, okay, like, it's not something out there. It's something inside of me. So are my thoughts contributing to the reality I want to experience? Are my emotions contributing to the reality I want to experience? Are the actions I'm taking every day contributing to the reality I want to experience? And if not, then that's where my work lies. So it really just made things super simple.
Yeah. Well, I know for this episode, the Unconscious Day series, we really want to get into, like, because we use this word so often, and manifesting consciously and unconsciously. And I know we're going to get into it, of the difference between that. And when we say manifesting our life away, that is done very unconsciously.
Yes.
And that's what we'll get into, the difference between manifesting our life away and the difference between that and actually just enjoying our life that we have and allowing what will be. Because again, how we're talking about, we're always manifesting.
Yes.
So I know that, from so much that you and I talk and what we've seen and heard, the top two things that most all of us, I know you, me, and people we've heard and seen and talked to, the two things we're always looking at manifesting are money and relationships, money and relationships,
Yep. Yes.
right?
When I see, like, on TikTok or YouTube, anyone talking about manifesting, those are the 2 main topics that I hear is someone trying to manifest a partner, a relationship, or someone trying to manifest, money, whether that's abundance or a new home or,
Re-
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever that
It's
is.
all, yep.
Yes. And, there's things that in, my personal life that I'm trying to manifest. I would love a new home for me and my children. One thing that I'm passionate about and that I want to do is travel and see the world. And so, looking at it from the perspective that I'm manifesting 24/7 through my thoughts, feelings, and words, I realize that as much as I want a new home, I am my home, right? Like, home is where I am. So, anywhere I go, I will always be home. And so I have that like kernel in my heart. So even though I'm in this apartment and it may not be my dream home, I am my home. So I have that. I'm already in my dream home because I am my home, right? And so constantly reminding myself of that. And travel, I said I want to travel the world. I can't do that right now, but you know what I can do? I can travel in my state or surrounding states. And I say this as an example of you can take things that you desire to experience and find ways to experience them where you are now, which is only going to attract more of what I'm already doing, more of the choices that you're making today. And so that's how I'm working with manifesting in the moment. And that has really helped me be grounded in where I am instead of, and we're going to go into this in a minute, instead of using manifestation as an escape from where I am, I'm
Yeah.
using it to further ground myself in where I am and be grateful for where I am.
Yeah. And yeah, like you said, we're going to get into that. We can show how that both sides, the unconscious and the conscious, and what you're talking about is conscious.
Yeah.
So let's go into that.
Yeah.
So ways we manifest unconsciously, and just back to like the title of this episode is manifesting our life away.
Yes.
And I know I have been guilty of this for a lot of my life, is like not fully being present, like being like, I wish I had this. Like, first of all, the ego is never satisfied. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about that. So we could, if we're not conscious of that,
Hmm.
that is, we're not gonna be satisfied. We're gonna go, "Oh, I need a, a new home." We're gonna get the new home like, "Oh, this isn't this, and that's not good enough." Or the new guy's gonna come in, "Oh, but he doesn't have this and he doesn't do this." There's just always gonna be something. So it really comes down to, I think about it, is as soon as we turn whatever we're wanting to manifest and what a desire that we have, and we're turning this into a need. Like, I'm not gonna be okay if I don't have my new home, or I don't get to travel, or I don't get the guy of my dreams if he never shows up. I just not going to be okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's coming, manifesting unconsciously. I just look at it as it's really coming from a need. And that need is never going to be satisfied from the outside of you. It,
Yeah.
it, it cannot. And I know. Ask me how I know this, Shanice.
Please, Lori, how do you know this?
This is my whole life up until now. That's what I did. I always branched out versus branching in. That's
Yeah.
why we made this episode. I mean, this podcast. I've always thought when I have this, that I'm going to be okay. When I have that, then things will be better.
Yes.
I know I'm going to feel good if I just get this.
Yeah.
So I was manifesting unconsciously like my whole life until I had this awareness that it's not from outside of me. And also having the awareness that, again, we're doing this 24/7, and I am manifesting my life away because I'm not enjoying this moment that
Yeah.
I'm given as a gift. I don't know how long I'm here. I have this gift and see the beauty in everything around me. Even if something is horrible going on, there's something amazing, amazingly going around me. And honestly, that is really helpful. But yes, this is very unconscious, that need to have something or be somewhere else, then where
Yeah.
you are exactly right now is a very unconscious manifesting.
Yes, and I wanna touch on that really quickly because I think where people get confused, because I know this is where I got stuck, and what was confusing for me is because desires are beautiful. It's beautiful to have a desire. I believe desires come from our spirit, from our heart. But it's when we turn a desire into a need. That's where we get stuck. And because that we're turning desire that's coming from spirit into a need now that's coming from the ego.
And it's tricky.
Yes.
You have to be really
Such a
honest.
delicate balance, because having desires is beautiful, but then as soon as we turn it into a need, that's when we're gripping and we're clinging and we have to have it or we're not okay or our mood now has gone down. And that's what you were just saying. It turns from something that we're trying to give ourselves, something that's coming from within ourselves, and now we're looking outside of ourselves for it.
Yeah.
And that's
Very,
can
very
get caught up.
true. Yep, and that just comes from, being attached to an outcome.
Mhm.
And again, I think we have expectations, Shanice, is because we're coming from this place of fear.
Yeah.
We don't feel we're enough. We're lacking something. If we're lacking something outside of us, we're lacking something inside of us,
Yeah.
right? Because we're
Yes.
trying to replace something. There is a
Mhm.
need. Why do you need have a need? Because you need something. You need to fill something up.
Yeah. As soon as we're operating from fear and from lack, we're no longer seeing the amazing gifts of the present moment, like
Yeah.
the simplicity and the beauty of what our life is right now because we're so focused on what we don't have and getting that thing that we need and that we desperately want that we abandon ourselves and we're no longer able to just be present with ourselves or even see all the wonderful things that are happening right here and right now.
Yeah, manifesting our life away. It's honestly,
Yeah.
it's like
Yes.
because we hear so much about manifesting. Like, be happy right here. This
Yes.
is what you already manifested, actually.
Mhm.
This here is what we manifested. You and I talking right now, right in this present moment. Enjoy this.
Mhm.
We manifested this, Shanice.
Yes, we
This
did.
is a moment that we didn't have 5 years ago, and we have it right now. Like, think about that. It's crazy. And to really enjoy that because our ego wants to be already on to the next. Okay, well, we're here. Well, I wish we were, we had a million people following us right now. Like, you know what I mean? But so, I mean, this is amazing.
It
So,
is.
like, again, we need to soak this in,
Mhm.
soak it in. And I know, the more I work with my ego, I can really and become aware of what my ego does. And, the ego is the unconscious pulling me into my unconsciousness. If I know that, I can pull right back out. And it also really is showing our trust, right? I mean, it's a trust. It's just trusting. And when I am unconscious with anything I do, I know I am unconscious when I absolutely do not trust. When I
Yes.
am doubting, when I'm worrying and
Mhm.
doubting, I'm not trusting. This is just a little quick thing about worrying and just knowing that you're in it. My daughter said to me the other day, she said, "Oh, my dog was like needing something." And she's like, "Oh, you have such the life. You don't need to worry about anything." And to my dog. And I look at her and I go, "You know what? None of us need to worry about anything." And she's like, "Yeah, you're right." And you know what I mean? Like we're so quick to
Yes.
think, well, but we're human. We need to worry about
Yes.
something. Like, when you say to your kids, you don't even need to worry about anything.
Mhm.
Neither do we.
Yeah. Truly.
We're just quick to think that we have to not trust. We have to worry. We're like built that way. We're different than other species. It's like, no, no, we don't actually have to. We're choosing to. And that's back to the unconsciousness. And that will kind of help you when you're manifesting to see if you are in an unconscious state.
Yes,
Are
and
you
it
worrying about whatever it is you're, desiring? Are you worrying about it?
yes.
Because I know I have been guilty of worrying, like, "Oh my gosh, am I gonna, is this it? Like, Shanice is my best friend in the planet, and this is it." And why is that a bad thing? Like, if I end with you, I'm good, Shanice.
I know, right? Oh my god, like, we'll just go round and round and create problems out of nothing, and it's so crazy because then when we're in that fear-based, worrying, no trusting place, we're giving away our power. We believe that we're powerless. Because
Yeah.
if we truly believe that we're capable and not to say that we would never worry, like, I believe I am capable, but that does not mean that I don't have my moments that I worry, but I am in those moments less, and when I do enter a worry, I'm in that worry for way less than I would have been, even a year or 2 ago. So reclaiming your power, trusting yourself will help you to manifest consciously instead of unconsciously.
Yeah. And you'll have a sense of patience because I know that's where I've been. My past of unconsciously manifesting, there was it needs to be here today, like
Right.
now. Like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, what the heck? What is taking so long? Like,
Yeah.
I can't I'm not gonna make it. It's going so slow. Time is going so slow. And now it feels like time is going so fast because I am so patient.
Yeah. And now you get to enjoy it. You can actually enjoy it when you're not in a hurry and in a rush. You can like
Yeah.
just enjoy the journey that will get you there. Cause like we're all gonna end up where we end up. Like that's inevitable. But are we going to enjoy the journey or are we gonna be like, "Oh, this is taking too long?"
Yeah.
Like kids when you're in the car and you're driving. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah.
And we're here, and the crazy part is we are here. Like I said, if you're manifesting, 24/7, right now, we manifested this. We
Mhm.
are here. We have landed.
Yeah.
Like, we're here.
Yeah,
So
and we have the choice, we can enjoy this moment or we can worry about, well, when are all of our followers gonna come and when is, all the sponsorships and all of that gonna come, or we can just be like, "Oh my god, like, look how far we've come. How amazing is this?" And really revel and enjoy in being where we are.
oh my god,
Isn't
this is a
that
good reminder, like, right?
huge
It's
difference?
yeah,
It's night
and
and day.
yeah. And you know what, Shanice? This just leads us into the feeling is such a clue that tells you really where you are and where you're coming from.
Mhm,
So like what does it feel like? And we were just talking about like, I know for me, anxiety, anxiousness, which anxiousness is impatience. And
yeah,
whenever I'm in such a state of anxiety, I know I'm future thinking. I'm thinking about the future. I'm not in the present.
mhm,
I'm like out there somewhere.
yeah.
And I'm not right here. I'm somewhere else. And that's a really big clue for me. How about
Yeah,
you?
yeah, so it's funny, and I wanna just bring this up really quickly, is I feel like many people, but I'll speak for myself, will use manifestation as a way to repress their emotional discomfort. So, like, if I am single, right? And I want a relationship so bad. And so I will use the excitement of a new relationship, right? All the possibilities to not have to feel the loneliness of
The
being
loneliness. I was
single.
just going to say that's the
Right?
feeling.
And
Yep.
so I see that a lot is people doing that is using the excitement of what they want to experience, of their desires to not be with the emotional discomfort of right now. So I think that's so important is to just be present with our emotions, whatever they are, and not use manifestation to, it's like, well, I don't want to feel this. This feels shitty. So instead of being here in this loneliness, I'm going to imagine and live in my future relationship where, everything is bliss, for example.
Yeah, and the thing is, and it won't be because even with there's no guarantees in life. And let's say
Exactly.
you meet somebody and you're in this relationship, but you never were able to sit with the uncomfortable feeling of loneliness. Trust me, it will come right back. 'Cause that
Yeah.
feeling, you're going to there's no way through but through.
Mhm.
So that's going around it will do nothing for you other than delay it.
Mhm.
And then when it does come, it's going to be harder actually because you're going to be in this place of, my God, you were having this expectation of if I have this, then I won't feel this. And if I do
Exactly.
this, and that's not how it works. And ask again, ask me how I know.
And you know what, Lori? Like, that person will be confused because it'll be like, well, wait a second. I really thought that when I entered a relationship, I wouldn't have to feel lonely anymore. Why am I still feeling lonely? Is this not the person?
Yeah.
Is it maybe too early? Do I need to be, like all this
Yeah.
confusion will come up because they're like, well, wait a fucking second. Why am I still feeling lonely? Because nothing outside of you can take away that feeling. The only way through, like you said, Lori, is through. You just have to sit with it and be with it and
Yeah.
allow it to teach you what it's here to teach you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that actually leads us so perfectly into ways we manifest consciously. I mean, what we've been just talking about unconsciously, obviously everything the opposite
Mhm,
of, I say this so much to you, Shanice, when we talk, but just I'm really living, pouring everything into me. Like
mhm.
just manifesting consciously is like, it's just, and not in a selfish way, just in a such a loving way, in
Yeah.
a loving myself way, and really enjoying it. And honestly, taking in where I am right now. Because you know what we do is we look back at pictures or we look back at things, go, oh, I missed that moment. You're in it right now. There's going to be a time 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to look at a picture from this current time in 2026. And you go, I miss that.
Mhm.
You, right? And
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
you're gonna, "Oh my god, I remember that apartment. Oh my god, I miss that." That's why you won't feel that. You need to be here because this is a moment that we manifested, that we brought here, and so to manifest consciously is to just be in the present moment. I mean, I can't say that enough, and this is exciting for me because I have not done this my whole life. I am just starting to awaken to this whole thing and realizing when I listen to people talk about manifesting and, it's like, my gosh, they're like thinking of, we're forgetting about where we are and that we did bring this in and we're not even enjoying this.
Yes.
And I am really enjoying just being in the moment. I'm really am. I'm like really grateful for just this, where we are right now in our business, where the day is, where the year is, where the time is. And I'm just staying here and then we'll move where it goes.
Yeah.
But I think that's the big thing is branching in. The name of this whole podcast, branching in, is how to manifest consciously branching in.
Yes. Yes. Be with you. Be with you. And I will say, to add to that, detachment. Detach from the thing that you're trying to call in, and detach from having any expectations. A part of being in the present moment and being grateful for the present moment is to accept what is about the present moment and detach from any thoughts of what you think it should be or what it needs to be. That has helped me so much to just be at ease with myself and to just be in my life and to
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's this beautiful life you have sitting right in front of you,
Yes.
and to consciously manifest so the next day or the next month or the next year that you're bringing in, what a difference that makes. And again, when again, you're not coming from a need then. You're not coming from, "Oh my god, I am not gonna make it." You're enjoying so much right now that everything just feels beautiful. So when it comes in, it doesn't matter when it comes in. That takes the pressure, the
Yes.
timing, all of it away. It
Yeah.
really doesn't matter.
And yes, and when you're pouring into yourself, when you're spending your days like doing all the things that you love, doing the things that light you up, all the things that feel good. Because when we're manifesting and we have a desire, right? There's two ways to go about it. You can look outside of you for someone else, something else to fulfill that desire, or you can look at the mirror. You can look at yourself and be like, you know what? I have this beautiful desire. How can I find a way to fulfill this for myself?
Yeah.
So when you're living your days, filling your own cup, there's no need to try to escape anything. There's no need to have a pressing need. You're
No.
just living. You're living your life.
And which you and I talked about on our, I think it was the last episode, because you and I both have discovered we're capable. I mean, we always were capable, but we discovered is the key word.
Yes. Yeah.
That we're capable. I think that also comes to be what's can be very challenging for this concept for some of us, because it was for us. I think the key thing was unconsciously, we didn't realize we were feeling we weren't capable.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
we didn't even know that
Yeah.
we were thinking that. We knew we could help others. So that's why we went outside of ourselves. We knew we could bring other people in. We knew we could do all that. We were very comfortable with that because that's what we did all our life. So that we know worked.
Yeah.
But it didn't work within us. So now that we're realizing we are capable, this whole concept of manifesting consciously makes so much sense and it feels easy because it's
Yeah.
like, I can do this. I can actually go make my own money. I can actually do all these things that I'm trying to get from another person. I can do this.
Yeah, I would say manifesting consciously is like a natural extension of that self-confidence, that self-love, that self-awareness.
Yeah.
Without it, you can't really do it. You can't manifest consciously without that self-awareness and that self-love. So that's
Yeah.
such a huge, huge part of it. And
Well,
I just want to add that one thing that has helped me manifest consciously is living and acting from the knowing that everything is going to work out one way or another. It will. For example, right now, when I think about my home, I'm like, well, where? That question haunts me a little bit. Like, where? I don't know. Like, it's such a big world out there. Where? But I'm just trusting that that's going to come in, whether it's through research or having conversations with other people. Like that will be made clear to me. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to continue being grateful and living my life, knowing that clarity will come in eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the place to be. That's the conscious place to be. And like the opposite of the feelings that come in from manifesting consciously, it is this feeling of just really being content and grateful. Like we're saying here, it's like you just expressing that, you're just feeling content. You're trusting the process. You're allowing it to happen by trusting. We're allowing what to come in, what needs to come in. When we're not trusting, actually, that's stopping the process.
Yep.
That's putting us in an energy that's pushing it away. So we're holding up we're holding up what is trying to reach us. So it's really crazy. So that's one thing I've learned too in this process is that the more I am just content and just in a space of allowing, whatever is aligning is able to align and to come. And that's a huge difference versus me trying to make things happen and stress and worry
Yeah.
and again, it's just, and I do have to remind myself of this because this is not something I've
Oh, of
done my whole
course.
life. You
Yeah.
know, I've done the opposite my whole life. So, but it's so wonderful to know this,
Hmm.
to have this knowledge oh, it's
And to
wonderful.
remind ourselves when we're in those unconscious moments where we're stressing and worrying and anxiety, like I think that's one of my favorite things about the work we do together, Lori, is when I'm in like the worst of my unconscious moments and everything just feels like a mountain that is trying to crush me. I will come to our work. I will listen to one of our podcasts. I will go into our 10-week boot camp and I will read through it. And sometimes that's all you need is just a reminder of what is real and what is true.
Oh gosh, yes, 100%. Like when we take a week off and don't talk to each other, I go unconscious more,
Yes.
to be
Same.
honest.
Same. That's so crazy. I love us. We're so
So,
awesome.
and that just proves, and that's why we did this Unconscious Day series, guys, is because we are just like everyone else. We go unconscious. And this series is so, special to us because it really shows that you do need both sides. That actually you need to have the unconsciousness to become conscious. Like I was saying, I was unconscious to this most of my life. I was unconsciously manifesting, but because I can feel what that feeling feels like. I know what that feels like to be unconscious, and I needed to feel that. By feeling that, now I can feel the other side of it because there's the contrast. And it
Yes.
allows me to feel the consciousness differently because I felt I had the unconsciousness. So, you guys, it's good to be unconscious too. It's not a bad thing. There's no judgment with unconsciousness. That's why
No.
we have the series. We're just showing you the awareness. Fall in love with all of it, all of you.
Yes.
Like, fall in love with the conscious and the unconscious because you do need both.
Yes,
You
and
need
both
both to
are
get more
an
conscious.
intrinsic part of us.
Yeah,
To deny the unconscious part of us would be to deny ourselves and
yep,
to make those parts of ourselves feel unheard, unseen, and unaccepted,
yep,
would only cause more harm.
yeah.
So, yes, thank you for bringing that up, Lori. Yes, like, accept every part of you.
Yeah,
The
we're just
unconscious
it's
part
just
too.
having the what changes in the consciousness and unconsciousness is having this awareness, and this we're talking about specifically consciously and unconsciously manifesting. But having the awareness in whatever we're doing, if I'm being unconscious and what it feels like, and knowing the difference, and you might not be able to get yourself out of it right away, but you know what it feels like, you know where you are. Like I know if, oh, that's my ego. Okay. I just find just having the awareness and knowing where okay, that's my ego talking, oh, that's my spirit side, just that. And
Yeah.
know I have both and working with it.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you guys, we're kind of like asking, so what is your current reality showing you about what you're consciously and unconsciously manifesting?
Yes, that is a great question to create awareness. Like, look at your life right now. What is it showing you about your thoughts and your beliefs?
Yep. Because now that we've explained how we are manifesting 24/7, the best way to look at it is, what do you see? What are you experiencing in your reality right now? I mean,
Mhm.
because when I looked at my reality, Shanice, and years ago, was that's what taught brought me to branching in.
Yeah.
Because I looked at my reality, it was showing me how I was branching out and what I was receiving. So that is really a helpful tool as to what are you receiving and what is in your reality. And that leads me to, let's talk for a minute, Shanice, about the belief workbook.
Yes, because if you ask yourself the question we just posed and you're looking at your life and you're not experiencing the life that you desire for yourself, use our workbook as a tool to really look at your belief system, unlearn the beliefs that are holding you back, and replace them with empowering ones that will help you create the reality you desire to experience and live in. I use it myself. It's been amazing. Like every time I unlearn a new belief and replace it with a new one, I honestly don't know if there are words. How do you explain that, Lori? Like, it's so life changing. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I've said to you numerous times, and I've said to others that inquired about the belief workbook that we wrote, is most of my life I thought I was thriving and I was surviving. And
Ooh,
it's so crazy when I look at the section in our belief workbook, all of the survival thoughts that we created, which were coming from us.
yeah.
And when I read some of them, it's really tricky because that's what took us forever to write the book, because we had to unravel that we were just, not thriving there. I thought I was thriving all this time.
Right. Right. It is a
Oh,
little bit of a mind fuck.
yes. So you guys go check out at our website our belief workbook, and it is so helpful in this process
It
of
is.
manifesting, where you want to be.
Yeah, and really, like, proving to yourself that you are capable of taking hold of your life, of being in the driver's seat of your life, and it's amazing because it's like you get to create it from the ground up. Well, what do I wanna believe, and what kind of world do I wanna live in? It's like, you're an artist, but you're painting the canvas of your life, and you're
Yeah.
using the awareness of your thoughts to do so
Yeah.
with your beliefs.
Great analogy. Absolutely love that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, Shanice, to wrap up this episode, we really went over ways we manifest consciously and unconsciously, and the difference between what it feels like in our body.
Yes, yes, which is so important. And if you'd like to learn more about how to consciously manifest and where that's also important, you may unconsciously be manifesting. Go to awakenbootcamps.com and grab a copy of our belief workbook today. And the link is in the description for your convenience. And that's it for this episode. If this episode spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you think would benefit from it. And thank you guys for listening to Branching In with Shanice.
And Lori, join us for our next episode. We post on Fridays. See you then. Bye.